Alright, I've got some piston ring diameter here, and we're going to use these to generate an Xbar and S chart. So Xbar and standard deviation rather than using the range. And it looks the same as before, so stat, control charts, we're using variable charts, and this time Xbar and S. Alright, and it works the same way as we've seen before. This time my data are all in, I got each row represents a subgroup, and I think there's 25 here, I'm not sure. Alright, so we've picked 5 things off the line each time, and let's have a look at the Xbar and S options. And yes, we want to estimate our standard deviation using Xbar. Say OK and OK, and what do we get? We get a process that's pretty much in control. When we look at the sample standard deviations, they all fall well within the control limits, and same thing with the means. So no issue here. Now, I've got another, where did they go? Hang on. All right, yeah, I've got another spreadsheet here. And in this one, piston diameter again, but this time some of the samples didn't get picked up or whatever, so I do not have 5 samples from every subgroup. So wherever there's an asterisk here, there's a missing data point. So if we come back in here and get our Xbar and S, and let's see, I've still called things sample 1 to 5, so there'll be no change there. I picked my 5. And I believe I just need to say OK. And yes, so the difference between this one and the previous chart is this one has a different sample size. And every time your sample size changes, the control limits are going to change. So you see here, rather than having a straight line across for my upper and lower control limits, it goes up and down according to your sample size. And if you look at your standard deviation, by the way, I mean you can't have a standard deviation less than 0, so that one is not going to change for you. That one's not going to be running up and down, generally speaking. All right, and in this case, again, none of the data points are outside of any of the limits, so this whole process is in control.